not even bothered to look at the news yet. I don't even care. I'm here to talk guns and gun stuff. Yes, I hope one person won over the other, but he wasn't that good at guns either. So, that kind of is what it is. So I hope everybody's having a fun time watching that. If you want to jump in here and talk about guns, hunting, Alaska, that kind of thing, that's what we're doing tonight. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There we go. This little bit. So y'all tell me what y'all want to do tonight. I'm not really worried one way or the other. I know Jesus, and that's the only person I really know is going to win in the end. So, that's the way I'm hoping that it goes. So, obviously, I want one person to win more than the other, but at the same time, what do you do? So, anyway, let me make sure you say hi in the chat, because I don't know you're here if you don't say hi in the chat, and that's that. So we're just going to talk about gun stuff. I've just got a piston for my suppressor, so Nielsen device goes in the piston, that kind of thing. So there's up. What's up, my Alaskan man? What's up, David Thompson? How you doing? So I hope you're doing well. What's up, Chris Heitzman? Yep, I haven't even bothered looking at anything yet. That kind of thing. Could have gone to Nick Baggage's, not victory night, but like election night coverage type things. Yeah, we were looking good last year, or 4 years ago at this point too. So, greeting from Point Lay, AK. Point Lay. I don't even know where that's at. I'm going to look that up on my laptop right here. All right, that's the only thing I'm going to look up tonight. I was thinking about doing a StreamYard, and I was like, nah, I'm just going to do vertical live stream since I'm a little late tonight. Anyway, we talk all the gun stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I'm up north. Okay, cool. Point Lay, AK. Lay, AK. It is 21 degrees, winter storm warning. It's like a low tonight of about 12 and 4 to 8 degrees tomorrow morning. There you go, Leonard Henry. I would like to know map. Let's go to maps. I just think it's interesting. I am you, bro, living in God's country. Hey, God's country is what you make of it. Okay, looks like it's kind of northwest, excuse me. Okay, there's Wainwright, Barrow, or whatever you want to call it, Prudhoe Bay. Okay, and you're over there on the Chukchi Sea area. Yep. Okay. Point Lay, and it has a Point Lay windsock. Interesting. Y'all get a lot of caribou up there? Leonard Henry? The Heckman kids, how you doing? Dinosaur looking. Yeah, I'm pretty dinosaur. What's up, Warren Ambrose? It's going good. Going well. Yeah, well, I was looking that up. A lot of people joined in the chat. So make sure you say hi and do that. Yeah. We're going to put that user in timeout. I don't like let me be clear, like this Jersey Mike guy just put in a comment and it got reported to me, so I'm gonna put him in timeout. But let me be clear, I don't like either candidate. Like I don't. I've made that clear from the beginning. Right? So that's that. Anyway, Whitehall, Montana, Daniel Ravenstar, dinosaur looking. Yeah, between the moose antlers. I don't know if you can tell. And they actually got the velvet fur that's on them while they're growing, still on them. And then they change every year. Most deer species, the antlers fall out. So that's that. Hey, be nice. Lots of caribou coming. Oh, cool. Like, can I fly to your house and shoot caribou? Yep. So, sorry, New York Prepper is texting me. All right. What's up, Chuck? Since 73. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, Anthony. Hopefully. Hello, good afternoon from Jakarta, Indonesia, 11:33. Good. Hey, glad that you're all the way from Indonesia. So this is a gun YouTube channel, hunting here in Alaska, the USA. What kind of gun laws do you have in Jakarta? Can you in Indonesia? Can you own guns at all? Are they illegal? Can you have a shotgun for protection? Or is it like it's here and almost everything is legal except for a few things? I'm happy to see real Americans join your chat, Chuck. I didn't subscribe for political reasons. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. How's the weather up there, boss? Yeah, today it was at my place today. I mean, Alaska's very diverse. I mean, we just had Leonard from Point Lay, which, is going to be about 20 degrees now and it'll be about 4 degrees tomorrow. But right here, I, I, it was 40 degrees today. So, do you think Trump gone get slapped with Kamala's knuckle? I don't have no idea what that means, but Warren Ambrose, well point. You gotta vote for the lesser of two weasels. Yeah. I will say this. Let me say this. I don't like political ads. I don't care if I like the person or not. I don't like the political ads. So I blocked Trump's political ads way back in March, right? On YouTube. I blocked the ads. Haven't seen one since. I blocked Kamala's and Joe Biden's ads multiple times a week since then. Multiple times a week. Don't tell me YouTube isn't biased. I'm on YouTube right now. Y'all are biased. I'm telling you. All right. Chris Gabbard. Avery H. That is a great question to get off topic. I will tell you this. If you ever get so constipated you have to go to the hospital and they got to shove an enema up your, you know what? You would have wished you were, pooping a pineapple. Trust me. Because it feels like you're pooping a microphone with engravings on it to make it stick. Jordan Turner, there you go. That's all. That's all you need to know. That's probably going to lose a lot of viewers. I'm sorry about that. But Avery H, you're going to ask a question like that, you're going to get an answer like that. Kamala's ads are showing 20x to one every one I give for Trump. Yeah, there you go. Avery H, so pineapple. No. How about neither one? You still plan on doing more 357 SIG videos? Holiday Doc. Hawk Dolladay. I like that. Hawk Dolladay. Hawk Dolladay. Yes, I plan on doing more 357 SIG videos. The thing is, I don't have a 357 SIG. And I would like to find a barrel that fits my SIG P239. And that way I can switch it back and forth. They don't make the SIG P239 anymore, so consequently they don't make the barrel. If you can find one of the original SIG barrels, it's like $600 or $700, which is way more than I paid for the gun, brand new, just a few years ago. So I have a SIG P239 40 Smith & Wesson. I also have a M&P Shield 40 Smith & Wesson. I could switch really quickly. They don't make a conversion barrel for my Glock Model 40. The slide is too heavy for the 357 SIG. That's what KKM told me. And kind of is what it is. So, caged in my thoughts. I like that. I like that. Rad Dad, message retracted. Okay, it won't show it to me. Okay. Can I get mod? No, I don't know you. I absolutely love necked pistol calibers. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All right, let me see Joko. I know you. I have left a trail of subscribers and I'm enthused about it, but continue to create. I have to get back to work again. Always healthy greetings from Jakarta, Indonesia. All right, Joko. Have a good one. Come back anytime, brother. All right. Is that moose antlers? Yes, Kaylee Rose, it is moose antlers. From a moose, I got less than. Savage, it's actually not either. It's a Savage 111. So it's before they actually made the 110 or a variant of the 110 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It is in 6.5 by 284 Norma. Pretty odd cartridge, but you can still find it up here because it was before 6.5 PRC came out anyway. It was one of the more popular sheep rounds up here because you could use those long bullets in that 284 cartridge, put it in a long action instead of a short action, and do that. Norma standardized it. So that's what that is. It's a 6.5 by 284 Norma. I think it's a 26-inch barrel. It could be 24. I haven't measured it, actually. And it's Savage 111 is the actual designation. It is actually, by grouping, is my most accurate rifle, even over my heavy barrels. It's not as consistently accurate with many different loads, but it has one factory load that shoots an inch, and it's got 2 hand loads that so far it shoots between 1/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch, depending on the brass I use. So that's what that is, Chris. Good question. Hey, Chuck. Red, where 357 mag, 200 grain hard cast tips with down a bear, proper shot placement. True, yeah. I mean, proper shot placement, a 9mm 147 grain hard cast will do it, and it has done it. Yeah, absolutely. Would not be my first choice because I don't like having only 6 shots. I'd much rather have 200 grain hard cast 10mm, which might be a little less powerful, but very minimal, maybe 50, 60 feet per second less at the most, and did that. So I said shouldered and meant neck. I know what you meant. Yeah. 45 ACP for my side. Yes, Kaylee Rose, that's Moose Antlers. If you could build a cartridge, what would it look like? You know, to be honest with you, Chris Heitzman, I think there's so many good cartridges out there, but I'd have to say for Alaska, the most perfectly built cartridge would be the 300 PRC. So for Alaska, I would like to neck that up to the 300 to 338 PRC. I'd like to make that a 338 PRC type thing. And the reason for that is you get 338 Win Mag power, about the same, give or take, maybe a little bit more because its case capacity should be a little bit more. But you have the perfect neck and shoulder that enhances that accuracy and that neck tension on the bullet. So that if I had to invent a cartridge, it would be a 338 PRC. It's not going to happen because 338 Lapua. But that's what it would be. Thoughts on a Colt Kodiak? Sounds cool. I haven't done that. Cameron Jordan Trump. Yep, I voted for Trump today. I don't like either one of them. So, yes, Kaylee Rose, it is still velvety. It was actually peeling some of it off. Hawk Dolly. I live in Dallas and can only really find Hornady Critical Duty and 357 SIG, which I currently EDC. There you go. Yeah, there you go. 7mm 08 with Leupold 40-12 by 40 long rifle. That's what I have, a 7mm 08 right in this cabinet right here next to me. It's great. So, all right. All right, yeah, we're going to put the Satanist out of here. Yep. All I'm going to say is to Diabolic Phallus. Jesus loves you. I'm going to put hide his comment, and there we go. Chris Robbins. Ooh, it's still a nice rifle. I regret selling my Savage. It was in 223. There you go. I'm in Australia with my tree walkers and bird dogs. Okay, cool. Tree walkers, squirrels? Koala bears. Okay. I live Trump. I don't. And like too many people are worshiping him like a dang cult. But I do that. 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor for hunting, aspiring hunter here. Caged in my thoughts. I have killed animals with both. I have killed with 308 at least 6 white-tailed deer when I lived in the South, like in Georgia and Mississippi. I have killed 1 caribou with 6.5 Creedmoor here in Alaska. I will say both of them did the job. My placements wasn't that great with 6.5 Creedmoor, but it still expired pretty quickly. It was at 288 yards. I didn't account for a slight wind that shifted my bullet at 288 yards, which wasn't much, but it was enough to be that the bullet hit farther back than what I was aiming. And I could have just effed up the shot. I don't know. 308 is what I would do. I hunted with my 308 up the mountain here pretty regularly this year. I also hunted with my 6.5 Creedmoor for moose, that kind of thing. I shot this moose with a 6.5 by 284. I do consider it a little light for moose. The 6.5 Creedmoor, everything, but everything's got ear holes and everything's got a brain stem. Like if you can hit those things reliably, you've got a great, a great area, a great hunting rifle. It doesn't really matter. So more important than caliber, Cage, my thoughts, is your bullet construction. You don't want a bullet that's not going to expand. Okay, i.e. a Barnes TSX. All right, especially at longer ranges or at slower velocities if you hand load your bullets or you use heavier bullets, like say you wanted to use 180 grain in a 308. Yeah, that's only going to expand at the first 50 to 100 yards at maximum if you have a long barrel. But let's say you used a Barnes TTSX or Hornady CX or a Federal Fusion or Federal Terminal Ascent, and and you used it in 308, then it's just fine. I think if you're not going to shoot past 400 yards, 308 is going to give you better knockdown energy and a lot better. What's the right word? A lot better confidence in knowing the game's going to not get knocked down. If you're going to shoot beyond 400 to 600 yards, you really like 600 yards is my maximum that I will shoot an animal with my Magnum cartridges, with my 7mm Magnum, with my 300 Magnum, maybe 700 yards if I practice more. Like that's where I'm at. All right. So that's kind of where I'm at. So kind of is what it is, and that's that. So. Besides the Garmin X0, what's a good budget chronograph? I used for years the Coleman $99 at Cabela's. You just said you got to shoot over it, so that. NDH honey, say it. Elon Musk for president. No, I don't want him either. He's not good on gun control either. So, though, I have a plan for paying off the national debt, which I'm not going to share on YouTube. But I have a plan for paying off the national debt, and it would require Elon Musk and Donald Trump and a few other people. Lose some weight. Yeah, I'm working on it. I've actually lost 19 pounds. Thank you. Joshua Christensen. Indy, don't be weird, dude. Yep. Greetings from Germany. Bless you. Thank you, Unique 039. Best rifle for whitetail. But now, so Hunter, do you mean best rifle cartridge or the actual physical model of rifle itself? If you mean the physical model rifle itself, I would say get your Tika T3X or your Beretta BH B14. Those are the best two rifles in the budget. The CVA Cascade's not that bad. There's a few others that are not bad in the budget range, but yeah, I would say stick with those. With the Beretta being a copy of the Remington 700 kind of thing, and kind of is what it is. So that's the best rifle. If you're looking for best cartridge for whitetail, probably 7mm 08, 6.5 Creedmoor will do fine. 243 has been used by a lot of people who don't like recoil. I'd use a 6.5 Creedmoor before I used a 243 because the recoil is similar, but you get a bigger, heavier bullet, better penetration. You get better speed though with the and better expansion with the 243, but still it's good enough expansion with the 6.5 Creedmoor. 270 it will be a good cartridge. 280 Ackley improved. 280 Remington. 30-06. If you start getting once you get into 30-06, 308, 308 Winchester. I killed 6 deer with the 308 Winchester. Yeah. Once you get into 30-06 though, like you start getting into your bigger game calibers that you can make a bigger game with. So there's that. PRC precision rifle cartridge. Give me $1,000 from Delnet. You could design different cartridges for same diameter tip. Who cares about future new calibers? Yeah, that's true. Managed to get myself a CZ 12 gauge over 308 combo rifle. Winston, are you the one who lives in Germany? Or are you just the person who said nope, you weren't? Yeah, those combo rifles are pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, Winston, do you live here in Alaska? Let's go shoot it and do a video. Lil Seco 308 or 6.5. My answer is both. I like both of them. For medium to large size game, I would say go 308, but I've done it with 6.5 Creedmoor, and I've done it with 6.5 by 284, which is just slightly more powerful. Not quite as powerful as a PRC, but not quite as but not down to 6.5 Creedmoor levels. So that's that. I have not seen Luminous Dave a Gen 5 G40 yet. I have not seen one. Yeah, Winston Holmes. I like that too. It was just a question somebody asked. That kind of thing. Go-to bullet for medium game like whitetail. I would use the Barnes LRX if it's accurate in my rifle for everything from whitetail to moose. In fact, this moose was killed, 1,200-pound animal with a 6.5 by 284 and a 127 grain Barnes LRX. So Barnes LRX will be great from whitetail all the way up to moose. I'd probably, especially for closer range, go to a hard cast for big brown bear. But for deer, Barnes LRX, Federal Fusion, Federal Terminal Ascent, whichever of the three of those are most accurate out of your rifle, use it. Nosler Petition, lightweight. Nosler Accubon, lightweight. You want to go lightweight on the Accubon and the TTSX. So like a 308 with the 130 grain TTSX that they make for 308, going faster than a 270 since a 130 grain, that would be ideal for whitetail. That would be my favorite, the TTSX from there. What's that caliber with Ackley improved next to it? Well, hit Hawk Dolliday. Man, I just hit my head with the moose antlers. Hawk Dolliday. There's a bunch of them. There's like a 30-06 Ackley improved. There's a 270 Ackley improved. There's a 308. If you look in the loading manual, there's all sorts of Ackley improved. So I could go get over there. The most popular one is the 280 Ackley improved. So again, change the shoulder of the case, change the neck tension, that kind of thing. So that's the most popular one that you'll actually find factory ammo on the shelf for, is the 280 Ackley improved. You a white shooter. What does that mean? I'm from Tennessee. I'll be lucky to see 200 yards out. Yeah. In that case, get your 308, load it up with 150 grain TTSX, 175 grain Barnes LRX, 175 grain Federal Fusion, or Federal Terminal Ascent, or 150 grain Federal Fusion. 130 grain, they do make it in a factory load now. 130 grain 308 Barnes TTSX. That is the perfect whitetail bullet inside of 200 yards. It's going to go over 3,000 feet per second in a proper barrel length, and it's going to hit like the Dickens. And I had Lil Seco, I have a video on it, some hand loaded 130 grain Barnes TTSX. I actually did the Barnes TTSX versus the Nosler Accubon in hand loads out of a Springfield M1A. And we actually did that, and it was a 125 grain Accubon versus the 130 grain LRX. If you just look up Accubon versus LRX, you should be able to find it. And I've got a good video on that. That was one of my favorite videos I've done. Not a scientific penetration test, but it's, you can tell the difference between the penetration of the two of them. It's pretty cool. Gauging my thoughts. Thanks for the explanation. No problem. I hope I didn't confuse you too much, but there you go. Elon for space, best computer expert in the world. There you go. Brody Johnson, I benched 350. Sweet. How many times? Winston Holmes, what about the classic Remington 760, 7600? One of my favorites for hunting. They're just not that accurate. You don't get that MOA accuracy. They're like a 3 MOA gun. As far as like whitetail hunting in the South, absolutely go for it. Like you can see a deer at 50 yards, go for it. I know a lot of people here use it in 30-06. They've modified it to take, 10-round magazines that actually work. Like they've done some work on it, and they actually use it as a pump action shotgun. And they've cut 2 inches off the barrel, so now it's a 20-inch barrel or an 18-inch barrel or something like that. And there's a lot of people using them for bear defense in here. I've even heard of one person rebarreling them or had an old one or something in 35 Whelen, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty interesting in my opinion. So I would definitely go for that. Yeah, 280 AI. Hawk Doll, it's 280 AI. It's a 7mm .284 bullet. Do you think a rimless shotgun shell would be a good evolution? For example, 50 BMG case as a base to better feed in magazines, increase pressure marginally, etc. Maybe that would be that. I used 308 and 270. You didn't use a 308 in 270. That won't work. So, I'm on the Scottish. Okay, well, how you doing, Onyx? All right, my brother has one of the Model 30-06s. That was in Canada, my friend. Okay, cool. Well, Remington Auto is great. Again, it's not a MOA shooter. YouTube, Winston, I'm in BC. Love it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You do Alaskan because you do. are damn good at it. Just these chill streams. I really need this right now, and you're dishing out nuclear fire knowledge. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you. Mr. Holmes, I have a few of the 3006 and 1308 7600. Go, yeah, good. Yeah, Winston, drive over here and let's shoot them. Missouri here. Okay, Big Dave, good. Half a hose. Hey, a hose. Big Dave, see your steak turn red. Too cool. You did too, my steak. Yeah, I am not putting any stock in the election results until tomorrow. I haven't looked at them. Don't want to look at them. Don't really. I care more about my local Senate race and getting rid of the ranked choice voting. But yeah, is what it is. GUAP, I'm not going to answer that question because that's still federally illegal, and I do not subscribe to any of that. So we're gonna remove that. So it might be legal, but if you can put that in your body, you're still kind of crazy, in my opinion. Do it. Stop and bamfing on your way. Yes, I agree for accuracy. I'm in thick brush with my 30-06. There you go. What's the difference between MOA and mil? Okay, so a millirating is a division of a circle. And 1 milliradian, or MRAD, or mil, is equal to 36 inches approximately at 1,000 yards. So when you have that means it's equal to 3.6 inches at 100 yards. And when you have a 1/10 mil click, it will adjust 0.36 inches the point of impact on your scope. Okay. It's a lot easier with a mil dot going from center dot to center dot. The old mil got reticle to range things because you could measure them in mils. You had this little simple formula. They were that many yards away. So before rangefinders, mil was really good. MOA means minute of angle. I believe 1 minute of angle is like 0.94, 0.93 inches or something like that. We just call a 1 inch group an MOA, a minute of angle. It's close enough. Yeah, that's the difference. MOA, 1/4 MOA means it's approximately 1/4 of an inch or a little less when you turn the scopes. Most people don't really care which one they have, as long as the turret clicks are the same as what's the reticle in the scope. So on my 7 mag, which is the longest range scope I got right now, well, no, not scope, but the longest one on range I would use, I could shoot up to 1,100 yards just using the MOA reticle inside. So the clicks inside are MOA. The Discovery Optics that I did a video on, which is a great scope. It's crystal clear. It's absolutely freaking amazing scope for the price. Yeah, when I get a 50, we're going to put it on there, see if it'll have the deer and do that. So my Howa 1500 is a 0 to 3 MOA. Leonard Henry, I've got a 300 Win Mag. It's a Weatherby Vanguard, which is essentially a Howa. It's also it likes to shoot around an inch, but it won't ever go under. They came in 270 35. Yep. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Jason, it's on my list. I want to mountain bike too when I'm there. There you go. There's some good mountain biking trails. How is unknown in the gun world, high quality stuff? Yeah. The only ones I've owned though haven't been that accurate. So same with CZ, David. Yeah. Lost my sister in a bad car accident. I'm sorry about that. That's awful. Company called Interons. I have one. Yep. They make parts for Luger. There you go. Like CZ, nice quality. I want to buy land in Alaska country and build a cabin. Visit every year in June, July, hunt and fish. That would be. There you go. All it takes is money. Sending prayers for you and your family. I'm assuming Dana's talking to John Hip there. But if you're sending them for me too, I could always use them. Yeah. But you can move home now. Yeah, I'm this is home. Alaska is home. Been a while. Hope all is well. What's up, XJ? Best wishes to you and everyone else this November. You too. What's up, Jay Sharp? How you doing? Yep, John Hip. Sorry for your loss. Let's pray for. Oh, I know. Definitely pray for your family. What is the furthest confirmed kill on a deer you've ever had? For me, a deer, 178 yards. Confirmed kill. It's a horrible shot too. Actually had to go up to it while it was running away. Awful. My longest confirmed kill on an animal, which was a caribou, was 459. Great shot right to the heart. She folded up right there. OTAP, what's up? I did a good avoiding election news today. And why are there only 18 likes with 44 people watching? Yeah, that's a good question. 17. I got 17 likes on my mine. All you got to do is double tap the screen, right? Something like that. I don't know. Encino de Animales. I don't know I don't speak Spanish manual. I'm sorry. MOA I like. It's crazy when they make MOA and mill mixed scopes, like driving a car with kilometer, speedometer, and all the speed limits are posted in miles. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like, Winston. It's a blinker. There you go. You can buy some in 6x18 scope, top model, $130. Clarity is unreal. 100 yards, 22 feet, 500 yards, 110 feet scope. There you go. Can you give my sister who is in the hospital a shout out? Her name is Dixie. Yeah, I'm not going there. I caught up with the chat. Malchus, that's so elementary. They still make Stevens shotguns and rifles? I think so. I think they do. What were you shooting? 7 mag. I was shooting my 7 mag Barnes 139 grain LRX. Yeah. At that elevation, it was going 3,400 feet per second, and which only goes about 3,250, 3,300 at my elevation currently. But yeah, there you go. I almost got you though. You almost got me. People have got me before. I gotcha. 7mm Remington Magnum. Yeah, that is my favorite rifle. I love that rifle. I'm not saying that the 7mm Rim Mag is a better cartridge than the 300 Rim Mag, but yeah, definitely say it's that. Are 410 and 20 gauge slugs viable for deer? Absolutely, yes. There's something about a big slow bullet that really, really hammers it home. Find one that's accurate in your shotgun and go for it, man. Make sure you use an open choke if you're using a cylinder, like a cylinder bore, so that a full choke doesn't squeeze it down. And do that. But H&R still operating. They got Luminous Dave. They got bought by PSA. They're bought by PSA. They're operating, making classic AR-15s right now. Classic stuff. Oh yeah, XJ. Yeah, definitely. It's midnight here. I wish I could stay. I'll be back another time. I subscribed. Found this just scrolling, and it's great. Cheers. Awesome. I appreciate it, brother. 1,200 yards on a caribou with my 7mm Remington. There you go. Sweet. Leonard Henry, I need to take shooting lessons from you. 7mm Remington. There you go. And also in an apocalypse. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was kind of going to my wife, no matter who won, all the guns are going to be loaded and the tactical vests are going to be nearby. You know, so that's that. Yeah, pews are important to have in an apocalypse, that's for sure, especially with what we're going on. What's a good full metal jacket 308 762 NATO? Just regular PMC, man. PMC is $22 a box around here, $23 a box. It's good stuff here. Always wanted a Lapua 50 cal. Yeah, me too. GOP just clinched the Senate. Huh? All right, accuracy first. Cool. Who's superior? What's up? My Mossberg 500 long barrel, 410 pump, rifle slugs, 4 in groups. 4-inch groups at 100 yards open size. Yeah, you can't complain about that. Cool. Is David Thompson, is 410 gauge legal for deer where you're hunting? I remember in Georgia growing up, I think it had to be 20 gauge or larger. So yeah, absolutely. 1,200. Yeah, I agree, XJ. 1,200 on a caribou. Yeah. Accuracy was just sold a custom 6.5 PRC. Well, yeah, things happen. Sorry about that. So. Head part with it was one of those silly right-handed bolt action. Yeah, and you're left-handed, I think, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, everybody, make sure you go subscribe to Accuracy First. Yeah, all 308 ammos can shoot 7.62 NATO. NATO, yeah. So it's not like 5.56. 308 is actually greater pressure than 7.62 NATO. You'll find 7.62 NATO rounds of 150 or 147 grain bullet going 2750, maybe 2760s, 2780. But 308 pressured rounds can send a 308. It's in the same 150 grain bullet or similar bullet weight at 2820, 2850. I was getting 2890 out of my 18-inch barrel, but I'm going to have to back that down because the suppressor had some back pressure and blow some primers. So aim small, miss small. Love it. Any full metal ammo that cycles is good, cheap, the best. Yeah, I will say those PMC really, really, really do a nice job of cycling, and they're pretty accurate. Like they're definitely 2 MOA in my gun. If I got lucky and had the right 3 rounds in there or 5 rounds in there, they'd be MOA in my gun. So yeah, they're probably 1.5 MOA. Obviously. Bug Randall, how you doing? Yeah, shotguns need to be a 20 bore in Georgia for deer. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of remembering. Yeah. Is Bergara B14 Sierra Wilderness priced well at $891? Seems like that would be a good price. Yeah, I paid retail price for my HMR. I just had the plain HMR was right at 1,000. I didn't pay quite that much, but yeah, there was that. Sorry, I just dropped something. Yeah, 308 does actually. So 308 actually, I disagree. Yeah, if you put a 24 or 26 inch barrel on it, you're going to get 30-06 velocities. Yes. Most 308s come with a 22 or a 20-inch barrel or an 18-inch barrel, and the reason is you don't lose that much velocity in a 308. Once you get into 30 caliber, sometimes in 7 millimeter, but definitely in 30 caliber, you've got enough width that a lot of the powder will burn with the extra width than just the extra length of the barrel. So 6.5 Creedmoor needs at least a 22-inch barrel, sometimes a 24-inch barrel, and sometimes even longer to get what the box says. All right. If you put an 18-inch barrel on a 6.5 Creedmoor, you're going to lose 200 feet per second on average. Okay. I've done several of those 6.5 Creedmoor versus videos on their barrel length. Put out 3 recently. And I've got a few more to edit, it seems like. But having said all that, yeah, 308 in an 18-inch barrel doesn't lose all that much. So I mean, so I'm still getting 2890 in an 18-inch barrel. That's better than factory rounds, brother. So caretaker 07, hey bro, how you doing? I'm decent. Cool. Hunter Henry AR 223 556 full metal trigger. There you go. It's always fun. Good 22 LR brand, whichever one shoots most accurately. I will tell you this. 22 long rifle, from rifle to rifle to rifle to different rifles. Yeah. It's just like, and from lot number to lot number, it's crazy. Like I've had CCI mini mags be 6 inches off at 25 yards because they were different lot number. And CCI mini mags are supposedly the best feeding ones for semi-autos. So I'd go with that. Jason Forrester, 7mm rim mag, your favorite? Me too. I like it because I never bothered by the recoil. With my 300 Win Mag and 9.3 by 62 Mausers, I sometimes need to consciously not think about it. My 7mm rim mag is Seiko 90 Adventure. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. My 7mm rim mag's so heavy. If I get a lighter weight chassis on it, I'm going to I love carrying it, maybe hate shooting it. I don't know. But it's not there. 308 is my baby. There you go, caretaker or something. 223 won't fire a 5.56 unless it's emergency. There are some people that debate you on that. I do tell people don't do that. Saw a video of a guy unaliving a bear with a blowgun. I mean, cultures, you've been using blowguns for forever, and watching him do that was impressive. Although I was like, dang, the bear was just going for a stroll. Yeah, but up here, unaliving a bear means eating the bear and or eating the bear, eating the 40 moose calves later that it didn't kill when they grow up. Because they can kill up to 40 moose calves a year, and they will leave a stream full of salmon, just like you would leave a plate full of fish to go get a moose calf, and just like you would leave a plate full of fish to go get rack of lamb. All right, I'm just telling you. Seiko 90s look nice. I heard they look good. From Egypt with love. Hey, K Horror. Glad you ask a question away as long as it's appropriate. CCI my Remington also saw my Seiko stainless for $24.95 left hand, but it was 6.5 Creedmoor. And nothing wrong with 6.5 Creedmoor, dude. NATO, they shoot as good as they look. I don't hate that. I had a chance to buy K-Hora, an Egyptian Mahdi, and I didn't do it. And it's one of the guns I regret not buying. It's an awesome gun. Yeah, I've shot one. Yeah, I've shot one. Obviously, ours are not fully automatic for legal reasons here, but yeah. But gosh, yep. God bless y'all in Egypt, and yeah, have fun, and hope y'all are safe over there. Yeah. Yes, 5.56 can fire 223, but it's iffy the other way around. Don't try it. That's what I do. You can get a 223 wild chamber and fire both of them accurately. That's what the 223 wild chambering is. The WILDE. It's not a new cartridge. It's just it can fire both accurately. Solid points. 308 is a cartridge. I love it all. Yeah. 22 LR varies between cartridges. The individual rounds vary enough sometimes. Yeah, the Egyptian AKs are really good in my opinion. Um, Dual fire. Hello, sir. Hope all is well. Hey, John. The only time I've ever gotten exact as advertised on box velocity was Federal Blue Box 2506 117 grain out of a 22-inch Savage Axis. Cool. I had a 22-inch Savage Axis on the channel in 2506 a while back, and yeah, I was consistently getting below box. And the reason is that the 2506 really needs a 24-inch barrel. Had nothing to do with the ammo companies. It was more your rifle. 2506 really needs a 24-inch barrel to burn properly because it's you got to remember it's the same cartridge as 270, 280, 30-06. It's the same casing, so the powder charge is similar. All right, it's not going to have quite as much because it's neck down a little bit, but it's really similar, and that it uses fairly slow burning powder. So a 22-inch barrel really doesn't know justice. You're trying to shove the same amount of powder down a smaller hole. So you need a longer barrel. So you need 24 to really ideally with 25-06. Same thing with 6.5 PRC or 6.5 by 300 Weatherby. You really need a 26-inch barrel for those calibers, in my opinion. All right, you're just gonna. It's what we call overboard. There's so much powder in the casing for a smaller diameter hole. Okay, so appreciate the input though. Like I'm glad you found something that got the velocities you wanted. I love those classic Dutch made AR-10s. Yeah, those were cool. Okay. Yeah. Are you required to take bear meat in AK? Utah has it as optional. Yeah, we are required to keep at least 50% of the meat. If it's over a bait station, we have to keep it all. And yeah, but you're not required for brown bear. Uh, yeah, XJ, you're absolutely correct. That's Chris Heisterman. That's also possibly true. Yeah, I don't know. Looking for a high caliber revolver. What should I get? Chase Douglas. 44 Magnum. It's going to give you the most ammo variety at the store. 454 Casull would probably be next, and probably next in line would be 480 Ruger. So, eats my 223 ammo. Yep. Yeah. 44 mag. All you need. Yep. I have a few favorite calibers, but I'll never be without a 308 in my safe for all the usual reasons. Cheaper to shoot. Can easily locate ammo. Every serious firearm manufacturer has a 308. Oh, there you go. I know the specs have higher pressure for 5.66 and shade longer than 230. I just have never heard of someone actually blowing up their gun with it. Yeah, same with 308 and 7.62 by 51. Yep, exactly. Agreed. 44 is excellent in my opinion. I also agree on 24-inch delay. Go for 25.6. You're also getting a complete burn. You're not getting a complete burn any shorter. No, you may not be getting a complete burn with a 24-inch barrel, but yeah. Would a 45 Colt work in a pinch? Absolutely. 45 Colt. Buffalo Bore, if you have a good Ruger solid pistol, Buffalo Bore makes a 45 Colt plus P outdoorsman hardcast lead that is more powerful than 44 Magnum hardcast lead. So that's that. So just think about that. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. Hotel would not surprise me at all. I totally agree. So yeah, there is that. So anyway, so CV Life sent me a red dot, so we'll see how that does. We'll be looking for that video soon. Yeah, and I got a Hyperion Munitions PTR trigger thing. So here it is. Pretty cool. I got an FDE gun to put it on too. So Even though FDE in the winter is not exactly the best color in the winter. I'd much rather have OD green so I can wrap some white tape on it. There. So, Chuck, I saw a video today. 22 long rifle in the JLCCI Stinger versus Rimmed Yellow Jacket. Really impressive. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be hit by one. That's for sure. Nice toys. Thank you. Yeah. So, next on the list is the 50 BMG. It's gonna be a while. Donate to the Patreon. That's all I can say. I make $6 a month on Patreon. I have $26 of donations coming in, and I have $20 going out I donate to other creators, and so that's that. What's your opinion on 10 millimeter? All right, Colin, 234. You have asked the right question. I love 10 millimeter. I have tons of videos on the channel about 10 millimeter. I think 10 millimeter is the ideal bear gun, especially if you can't handle or shoot a revolver accurately or can't handle the recoil. I have gotten better on handling the recoil for my 44 Magnum, so I shoot my 44 Magnum, and I carry it a lot more. But I have a 10 millimeter backup on me. I have a Glock 29 backup on me. I have 10 millimeters. I have a CMMG Banshee. I have a Glock Model 40 that the wife has appropriated, and I have the Glock 29. I did get rid of my Glock 20. So that is what it is. So I love 10 millimeter. Using the right rounds that'll penetrate a bear skull, or it's good for self defense against the burglar on the street. You just got to tailor the rounds to it. Is what it is. Would you rather have a 44.5 Longhorn or 44 Remington Magnum for 1873 or Winchester? Jason, it depends on what I had a revolver in. I have a revolver in 44 Magnum, so I'd rather have a 44 Magnum. Do you have any opinions on 300 Blackout? I know it basically is useless for hunting up here in Alaska. No, not necessarily, but it's become one of my new favorite cartridges. First of all, a good expanding bullet 300 Blackout subsonic would make an excellent bear bait station gun. So if you were sitting up here in a stand over a bear bait station and you wanted and you were just headshotting black bears that were coming to your station, yeah, you're fine, AK Saber. Like I wouldn't take I would much rather have a 300 Blackout than a subsonic 308 that doesn't work the action, or a bolt that like I put out a short the other day, AK Saber, where my 308 was shooting subsonics and I had to work every action with the suppressor on it. It was quiet, it was great, but it kind of is what it is. So kind of be just kind of thinking it is what it is. The other thing is you can load 110 grain Barnes TAC TX bullets in there, and that's a 200-yard caribou gun. So if you got a place where you can sneak up to 200 yards or something like that, you could take a caribou with that. People have done it with less. Would not be my first choice, but it kind of is what it is. Yeah, my personal yeah, I like shooting my 357 though. It is pretty cool. Go 44 mag unless you can go Ruger single action for that 45 long Colt can exceed 44 Magnum pressure and velocity. Yep. Breaking news, Percio. Kamala Harris won the election. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care one way or the other. They're both horrible, but if we get the Senate, we can impeach her. So who cares? I don't like either one of them. I'm looking at the F10 510 for 10 millimeter. Check his chamber support first. Somebody was commenting on my video, Hotep, that the chamber support was bad. So even worse than a Glock's. A Glock Gen 5 is slightly better than the Gen 4s. I would check its chamber support first. So there's that. Yes, 223 Wild, the chamber and siren both. Yeah, that's what we've already said a few minutes ago. Rounds safely, but is also spec for 5.56 millimeter NATO. Yep, that's right, James Milko. Thank you for saying it. 45 Colt, 225 grain hardcast woodcutter. Yeah, Buffalo Boar makes some good stuff for them. The XJ was saying for 40, like you mentioned, my personal favorite. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, again, Hotep, exactly what I said. AK Saber, if you're over bait, it's just fine as long as you use the right bullet. You coming up here to bait station hunt, Hotep? 10 millimeter is great cartridge for the convenience, get the functionality and capacity of a semi-auto with wide range of loads for 2-legged or 4-legged threats. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. What's your opinion on the 308 SST at 3,000 feet per second? The SST is a super sucky tip. That's what it stands for. It explodes pretty rapidly. It's not bonded. I've heard the jackets have gotten a little thicker in the past few years. If you send it at 3,000 feet per second, it's going to explode. I have the 180 grains at just over 3,000 feet per second in 180 grain. This is the heavy grain now in the 300 Win Mag, and they explode on impact. Yeah. I've seen the 165 grains explode on impact, and they weren't going near 3,000 feet per second. Stay away from the SST. Only unethical hunters use it on anything bigger than coyotes. That's my opinion. Now, if you're in slower caliber, like say maybe you're using a 140 grain in an 18-inch barrel 6.5 Creedmoor, or you're using the .3110 version in an AK-47 or an SKS for hunting, yeah, then you can do it. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, 300 Blackout would work that far. Absolutely. Supersonics are designed to be able to shoot and hit 400 yards with the 300 Blackout. Unfortunately, I live in Canadistan. The coward Trudeau prohibited handguns, but criminals still have them. Imagine that for mature whitetail bucks. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Unless it's the most accurate thing in your rifle and you're willing to take earhole brainstem shots and ruin your trophy right there. So, how would you check the chamber with a dummy round? With a hand? Yeah, you hand load a dummy round to see how far the bullet sits into the chamber. Russia has better gun laws than Canada at the moment. Never thought I'd see that in the free world. Yeah. Russia probably has better gun laws than most of Europe, except for like Switzerland and Finland, Sweden. AK Saber. AK Saber. Not really into the idea of killing bears, but it's like mission I could take a caribou with it. Mostly shooting 225 cast bullets, though. Mine is a range ammo. Yeah. First of all, people need to be into shooting bears because bears take caribou. Black and brown bears kill caribou, and they will lead and they kill moose. And if you want your populations of moose and bear caribou to go back up because the caribou are low in Unit 13, then you do that. Then you need to do that. I don't like SSTs for anything. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, shoot some bears, man. And besides, black bear meat is good. Gotta cook it right though. Thought about bait with a outfitter, but I might do spot and stock. Yeah. No, don't pay an outfitter. Just pay your own way up here. I'll pick you up. We'll go somewhere. 155 grain, 180 grain, XTP, JP. It's good for medium game. Yeah, I wouldn't do 155 for medium game. They can tend to explode in longer barrels. I do the 180 grain or 200 grain XTP, but I would just go 200 grain hard cast, man, or the 150 grain Extreme Hunter from Underwood. Just go 200 grain hard cast. Man, it's a 10 millimeter kind of hole. It will penetrate anything up here because you live in Alaska and you're going to stay. If I were hunting deer in Georgia, yeah, I'd go 180 grain XTP or maybe even 200 grain XTP, but that is what it is. All right, then recommended me a deer ammo. I've always used core locks and haven't had problems with them. My brother just give me a box of them SSTs. Talby Justice. My recommended deer ammo for 308 would be the 130 grain Barnes TTSX, and you could use that on deer all the way up to elk. In my opinion, including black bear, and of course, if a grizzly bear walked by and you ear hold it, it would do the job. So. Unit 13 for black bear noted. Hashtag save the caribou. Yeah, well, the problem with Unit 13 is there's not a lot of black bear except in certain areas. So just like that. Yeah, we'll see, Wisco. We'll see, Wisco 1996. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, remember some fishing game person told me any bears are killing inside. Man, they kill like 40 moose calves a year. I'm not kidding. So, yeah, well, I mean, we're hoping for all that Wisco, but they had the Senate before, they had the House before, and they had the presidency before, and they didn't repeal the NFA. They didn't balance the budget. They didn't pass the Life at Conception Act. None of that was passed when they had all of it. And they didn't repeal Obamacare. They didn't do a full repeal of Obamacare. They did a partial repeal, and because they didn't do a full repeal, we have all these high healthcare costs. Tried for a grizzly this year, but it didn't cooperate. The only grizzly I saw had 3 cubs with her. Oh, excuse me. No, I saw a lone grizzly, but it was 2,000 yards away. So I saw 5 grizzly this year, which is the most grizzly I've ever seen in a year. I've only seen 3 grizzly previous to that. So good point. All they did was take away bump stocks. Yeah. Oh no. So Wisco 2A 1996. let's remember that Trump also pledged for red flag laws. And, they did the ZN6 ammo ban under Trump. And there's a few other things. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, they are THYRE with apostrophe David Thompson. All right. Bears take a lot of animals, especially young. Bear jerky is tasty too, so win-win. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm telling you. My wife's dad smokes bear ribs, black bear ribs. Says it's awesome. I have food at a campsite, and a brown bear comes up for the smell, then walks away. Should I expect it to come back, or even follow me to my tent? Follow me to my next campsite? There's a good chance of that. Yeah. We saw 2 lone ones, but put a stock on one, but the last one was at 5 miles, and we only had 3 hours of light left on the last evening. Saw over 2,000 caribou in 2 days, though. That was a cool sight. Yeah, nice. Dang, I needed to hunt caribou with you, Chris. Love your channel and wisdom, man. I enjoy watching your stuff, even if it isn't relative to me. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, and it's all relative. Like, what I need to stop a grizzly bear would be effective for you stopping a really big wild hog or Mack truck full of gangsters. Just is what it is. So actually, don't do that. You need bigger. You need to get 20 millimeter for that. I remember elders using bear fat for frying. There you go. That sounds delicious. I was on a deer hunt last year, and a friend asked me to go to his buddy's ranch and take a bear that killed one of his horses. Nice. I need to do that. Love bear and watermelon jerky. Try tortoise if you ever get the chance. Yeah. True. It seems he has cooled his jets on 2A stuff since then. I think he realized he needed to support it further to have a better chance in this election. Yeah, and so people want to talk about the election fraud and Trump really won 2020, and maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But here's what I know. I know when I looked at the numbers, the libertarian parties were up like 1 or 2% in those states that were really swing, because I didn't vote for him in 2020. I wrote in Senator Rand Paul because he went out and said, I support red flag laws, which means I shit and piss on the Constitution. That's what that means. So, like, I do think he's cooled his jets on it, but I do think if he gets the opportunity to pass red flag laws, he will sign it. I dreamed of bear hunting in Alaska. David Thompson, you have my email and probably my phone number. Call me up. Let's talk about it. Personally know a few people who didn't vote for him in 2020 based on his 2A census. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I mean, people are going, oh, well, you're supporting Biden. That's a vote for Biden. Bullshit. Okay, like my state went Trump anyway, so it didn't affect that. Yeah, the bump stock ban got overturned. Sorry to bring that up. No, it's all good. Would have been nice, but the area is closed for caribou. Had a bull run up to us at 50 yards to see what we were. Saw some truly amazing bulls, though. Be grateful Grizzly was 2,000 yards when you spotted it. It was an oversight on my end. I needed to do better, but Big Boy was less than 134 yards away when I finally saw. Scary times. So the next group of grizzly bears, I saw the mom with 3 cubs. Was 160 yards away. I was getting ready to go, and they were coming down the trail. So, yeah, it was definitely interesting. Bear meat used to be the most valuable meat in North America, and deer meat was considered low quality meat. Deer is low quality compared to caribou or moose. Luminous Dave, have a good night, my brother. Good chat. So, yeah, kind of is what it is. Good, Dave. Have a great night. Back in British Columbia colonial times, lobster was fed to the criminals, considered cockroach of the sea. Yep, that's true. Yep. I hope you're right. I hope he ends up winning. I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch. But when he does win, or if he does win, I hope that we see him actually do what he's supposed to do. So I appreciate your honesty about the way you voted in 2020. A lot of people I know in the 2A circles wouldn't admit that. Well, not only do I admit that, I think I've taken some hits for it. I know people don't do that, but yeah, like if you voted for Trump, you did not vote for a 2A candidate. Like even this time around, like I voted for the only reason why I voted for Trump and changed my mind and didn't write in Rand Paul again was JD Vance. JD Vance is a good, strong Second Amendment candidate, but he's also a war hawk and probably supports the Ukraine war. So there you go. So none of us are perfect. All right, let's talk about hunting again. NYC just called in National Guard, waiting on rioters. Yeah. Oh yeah, grizzlies are huge up close. They're the moose of the. If you were not ready, it's a bit of an interesting situation running across one. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hello, Keck. How you doing? Yeah. I'm not a big fan. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Green bats. Yeah. JD. Yep. I'm not a huge fan of either one of them. But yeah. So they're waiting on the rioters to call in the National Guard. Ooh. Yeah, that's stupid. Absolute stupid. But that's what Democratic run states are. They're absolutely stupid. So you heard me say it. So the race I'm more interested in is than the presidency is really the Alaska congressional race. Did we get Mary Popilla out? So no, you're all good. Back on the gun topic. Yeah, you're all good. What did you think about the Beretta Model 71? Saw they're back in stock on Atlantic Firearms. I'm gonna have to look it up. Actually, I don't remember. I've seen it before. It rings a bell, but I do not remember what that looks like even. So let's see. Beretta 71. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fairly common fluke in the 1950s. Well regarded, the model is 71 is a fixed barrel, open slide, blowback, 22 long rifle pistol. Yeah, I'm assuming it would have to run with really hot rounds. Let's see. Atlanta Firearms. Ooh, $699. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pay 699 one for it. Yeah, it's an older, readily surplus covert ops pistol. Yeah, my bad for Trump wins, left one. Yeah, it's nice that the bump stock ban was repealed, but in my opinion, they became obsolete once force reset triggers and binary triggers hit the market. I got to shoot my coworkers AR-22 with one, and it was a blast. I bet it's an older. Yep, Washington and Oregon have called up National Guard as they well anticipation of rioting. Strange, they are all blue states. Yeah, strange of that. Not familiar with that model. I'm a hardcore Beretta fan. There you go. Well, look it up. I just did. It's a 22. Good grief, I'm fat fingering all my spelling tonight. Yeah, I understand. That's why I'm not typing in this. Yep, shoot hard cast. There you go. I'll let you know when my P3806 is ready. Just have to wait on the Weatherby 307 and barrel. Cool. I have a PDX 9mm, 20 round magazines, not clips. Super accurate. Cool. Yep. Magazines, Dave. Yep. Not clips. Hi to you, Kenny. Hi, Kenny. I've been looking for a 96 with a 357 SIG barrel. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, I kicked my tripod there. Yeah, that's a unicorn. I've never even heard of a 357 SIG barrel for a 96. I'm looking for a 357 SIG barrel for my SIG P239. But yeah, and I think I might have found one. Barstow might still make one that's a semi drop in threaded barrel, and I don't like the idea of semi drop in. I don't want to have to start needle filing and kind of that stuff. So yeah, I don't even think I know where my needle files are. They might still be in Mississippi with my ex-wife. So yeah, I don't want to have to start sanding it down and filing it down properly and all that jazz. So yeah, I've been looking for one. So hopefully we'll do that. Should check out my local gun shop in Washington. They have an original Beretta 92 from the 70s. 105,000 ever made in that original configuration. Been won 1,800 for it. And there you go. So I drop in. Yeah, I don't come there. Yeah, you got to get it polished correctly, and you got to. Yeah, I don't. But it's the only one. And if you no paper clips around, good corrections. Um, yeah, it's the only one is the semi drop in. So If you want a real unicorn barrel for Beretta, they made a 96 barrel in 30 Luger for the Italian market. They can't shoot. Oh man. Yeah. So that's that. Well, guys and gals and girls, it's been over an hour. I've been talking to y'all. My kids are already asleep. I came on a little late tonight because I'd gone to the gun store after voting and gotten the piston to put the suppressor on my 9mm. So we're probably going to put some suppressors on 9mm. So shoot that this weekend. Take some tooling, it'll be okay. Yeah, might be the only option. I have a Beretta 92 FS made in 1976, still shooting great, same max. They had a 9mm IMI too. Yeah, they did have a 9mm IMI. Anybody notice that YouTube has increased the ads by like 1,000%? Yeah. Yeah, they have. I wish they'd increase the ad revenue by 1,000%. That'd be nice. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. God bless. Y'all take care, and we will see you at the range. Godspeed and good hunting. Harvest Laughs, what are your thoughts on the ELDX? If it's in a bigger, faster Magnum caliber, stay away from ELDX. Stay away from any non-bonded ballistic boat tail. However, I just shot 6.5 Creedmoor out of an 18-inch barrel. It was going kind of slow, and that really helped the ELDX. And I'll have a video on that. We'll have a video in a few weeks with the ELDX versus the Federal Fusion. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good night. Take care. Leonard Henry, good to see you on the chat, and Rignato and EXJ and a lot of other Wisco 2A 1996 and Harvest Alaska. Good to see you, Jason Forrester. Hotep David, thanks for being my main moderators tonight. Appreciate that for the last few hours. And Chris Heisteman as well. So, guys, take care. What about the ELDX 7mm rim mag on deer? On deer, 162 grain, that's what blew up on me. The 7mm rim mag, 162 grain, blew up on my caribou, on the shoulder and on the spine. Don't hit bone on the deer. Don't hit bone on the deer. If you're just doing deer. Yeah. Thanks, Jason Forrester. All right, Chris Robinson, have a good night. Everybody take care. Godspeed and good hunting.